Today I'm going to be installing new wheel spacers on Project Zara. So guys, another thing on Project Zara that is an eBay special are the wheel spacers that are currently on it. They're not branded, they're crap for a start, they're definitely from eBay. And the threads are starting to go, which means getting my new wheel bolts on and off, or studs, whatever, is becoming a bit of a challenge, and I'm scared I'm going to de-thread the new ones. So I've decided to go with a set of fully forged aluminium. They're from Torken, 20mm, just like what's on the car. People say wheel spacers aren't great on a car. I've never really had any problems with them as long as you buy decent ones. The backs have already been done because I did actually completely thread a bolt on that back one, so that's already been done. So the fronts are coming off today because they're going the same way, and as long as you install them properly, there shouldn't be any reason why they're not good. Like, you know, fully forged, they're going to be sat on the hub, you know, the wheel's going to be sat on top of that. If they're bolted down, torqued correctly, there isn't any reason why they should just fly off in a hard corner. So yeah, today we're going to be installing these, and literally I'm just going to be showing you how to do it, because I've got a couple of tricks to make them easier to get on and off in future. But yeah, let's jump in with the video. Start by untorquing the wheel nuts. Make sure to do this on the ground, as the wheels will spin when in the air. Next, jack up the car. Be careful when choosing the area to jack from. There should already be recommended manufacturer jack points on the vehicle, or make sure the area is solid. Never jack up on the engine sump. Now finish removing the wheel nuts. You can put the wheels underneath the car for an extra layer of safety. Next, undo the bolts on the spacers. You'll need someone to hold the brake pedal as you do this. Using a flathead screwdriver, gently tap behind the spacer to pry it off. Make sure to clean the mating surfaces thoroughly. Next, use some copper grease. This is to stop the spacers binding in the many heat cycles they will go through in their life. Reinstall the spacer, making sure it's hub-centric. Make sure to torque the bolts to spec. So as you can see, these are the ones that came off. Cheap, non-branded, pretty crap. The studs aren't cut properly at the ends, which means over time they cross-threaded, which wasn't good for the wheel nuts, so I had to get new ones of them. Those are the ones that have just gone back on. So much more engineering in them, proper wheel studs out of them. torque specs and the instructions, all that sort of stuff. And guys, make sure when you're installing wheel spacers, just make sure you torque them down correctly and make sure they're hub centric, which means they're sitting flush against the car's hub, because you don't want them knocking around, because it's excessive movement, and obviously over time it's going to fall off basically. And remember, like I said, use the copper grease when putting them on, because the amount of heat cycles that the brakes go through, especially on something like this with like the 4-pot calipers, you know, they're going to fuse eventually, which is what happened to these on the rear, and they were an absolute, you know, see an X juice to get off. So yeah, that's pretty much them. Finally, reattach the wheels, and don't forget to torque the wheel nuts to spec, because you do not want the wheels falling off and you're absolutely sending it on Her Majesty's highways. So there we go, guys, that's me installing my new space on the 350z. Like I said, I've already done the rears before. 3 things to remember, guys, when installing spacers: make sure good quality branded spacers, like they're forged aluminium, like the other ones I think are just stainless steel. So much better quality, they feel great on the actual hubs, you can feel them really slot on tight. Make sure you clean them thoroughly when taking them on and off, because any sort of grip behind them, it's going to affect like the way they sit, and obviously that's going to get like unwanted wheel wobble. So remember to clean them thoroughly when taking them on and off. And thirdly, make sure you torque to spec. You know, look up the correct torques, because they're different for every single car. That's why I haven't released them in this video, because I know there was 3 different sets of wheels that go on the 350z, and I'm not a mechanic, so I don't know if they're all the same, so I'm not going to release what specs I used. I just urge you that if you are doing it, just make sure you check your torque specs. Every single car is different, every single platform is different, depending on what you're on. I torque mine to my preferred one. It's a little bit higher than what Nissan recommend, but you know, better safe than sorry. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.